Hello, guys, and welcome. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let me just swap the mic I'm using. Here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Here we go. Ba-da-da-da. Right then, let's cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase. Hello and welcome to the live stream. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Today we have got a Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur Premier League live watch along here on the Joshua Woolley channel. I hope you're all having a smashing evening today. Yeah, let's just see how it goes. Because I haven't done a live stream in terms of a watch along in a while. So let me just reload that. So tonight we've got Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur in the 37th game of the Premier League, kicking off in 20 minutes time at 8:15. Already kicked off 25 minutes ago at 7:30 is the other game tonight, which is Manchester City travelling to Bournemouth. I'll keep you updated on that one as well. Of course, we saw Arsenal beat their opponents yesterday. 1-0, I believe it was. I can't even remember who they played. So they are still 5 clear at the top of the table. That's not what I want. Why is this not working? Hang for Ray. Live. Okay, anyway. Yes, I'm a Spurs fan. I've been a supporter since the day I was born. Yeah, basically that's what's going on. Not actually. That is a joke. I was not a supporter on the day I was born. Anyway, yes, guys. Okay, score prediction for me tonight is just going to be a 1-0 win. I don't think Tottenham are going to be crazy. But I also equally don't think Chelsea are going to be crazy. So at the moment, Chelsea are 10th in the table, but they haven't won a game in a while. Of course, they did get a 1-1 draw with Liverpool, but so did we the other day. So who really gives a shit? Yeah, so Tottenham aren't great at the moment. They are struggling. We must say that, but we are a point away from technical safety. Unless we can, so we need to get at least a point today or against Everton to be safe, because we are 2 points clear of West Ham United. An extra point will put us 3 points clear with 1 game left, and our goal difference is -9. Their goal difference is -22. So it does mean that it doesn't even really matter if we lose against Everton, as long as we pick up a point here, or vice versa. If we lose against Chelsea today and pick up a point against Everton on the final game, we'll be safe. But even so, it doesn't matter. So yeah, Arsenal at the moment are 4 points clear at the top of the table with 82 points. Of course, if Manchester City win today, that gap is going to be just 2 points going into the last game. Manchester City currently sit on 78 points, currently drawing with Bournemouth, but I don't think that's going to stay a draw for the entire game. So yeah, it's going to be like a Celtic Premiership, or a what else has that happened in? There was one other, or the National League, where it's literally going to come down to the last game. York City v Rochdale, but they played each other. It would have been very good if it was what's the word? If it was Arsenal v Man City on the last game. It's not. Third place is Man United with 68 points. Then it's Then it's Aston Villa with 69 points. Liverpool with 59. Then Bournemouth is in 6th with 56. Brighton with 53. Brentford with 52. Sunderland with 51 are above Chelsea. That is shocking. Then it's Chelsea with 49. Newcastle with 49. Everton with 49. Fulham with 49. Leeds with 47. Palace with 45. Nottingham Forest with 43, then it's Spurs with 38, West Ham United with 36, and then relegated already, Burnley with 21 points, and Wolverhampton Wanderers with 19 points. Now, of course, what was I going to say? I lost me bloody train of thought, mate. What was I going to say? Yeah, of course. I'm ill, okay? I'm ill. Of course, if you're looking at the top 10, every single top 10 team has had at least one win in their last 5, except Chelsea, who are 4 losses and a draw in their last 5. So yeah, for Arsenal, it's 4 wins, 1 loss. Man City, it's 4 wins, 1 draw. Man United, it's 4 wins, 1 draw. Aston Villa, it's 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Liverpool, it's 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Bournemouth, it's 4 wins, 1 draw. Brighton, 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses, 1 draw. Brentford, it's 1 win, 2 losses, 2 draws. Sunderland, it's 2 losses, 1 win, 2 draws. And then Chelsea, it's 4 losses and a draw. So it is, yeah. Questionable. And then even Newcastle have a win in their last 5. Everton don't. Fulham do. Leeds do. Palace don't. Nottingham Forest do. Spurs do. And West Ham do. So the only teams without a win in their last 5 games is Wolves themselves, Burnley, Palace, Everton, and Chelsea. So, yeah, it's all kicking off. As of the last game of the season, let's have a gander. Next week, Arsenal beat Burnley yesterday, but it was only 1-0, so it is proving that they aren't incredible. They aren't, they're not going to be running rampant with the league. I genuinely think there is a chance that they lose and Man City win. I don't know. Potentially that's wrong. Maybe it's just me hoping for that to be the case. So match day 38, Manchester City play Aston Villa. Brighton play Manchester United. Fulham play Newcastle. Tottenham Hotspur play Everton. Liverpool play Brentford. Burnley play Wolves. Nottingham Forest play Bournemouth. West Ham United play Leeds United. Sunderland play Chelsea. And Crystal Palace play Arsenal. So Arsenal travel to Crystal Palace, whereas Manchester City host Aston Villa. So some would say Manchester City have the harder game. Of course, Aston Villa are, in the top 5, top 4 actually, whereas Crystal Palace, who is Arsenal's opponent, is in 15th position. But literally, as long as Arsenal draw, it doesn't matter if Manchester City win or... No, it does because of goal difference. So Arsenal need a win. Man City need a win. But if Arsenal draw, all Man City needs to do is win. It's one of those. Man City absolutely have to win. Arsenal only need a draw. But a win would be nicer for them, I think. The other games, it's Man United travelling to Brighton. I think that's going to be quite a good game. If you ask me, that's probably going to be quite a good game. My score prediction for that one, I'll do score prediction for all the games. So Man City, I do think, are going to beat Aston Villa. I think it's going to be a 2-1 game. I do think it's going to be close, but I don't think it's going to be, difficult for... Yeah, I don't think it's going to be difficult for Man City. I think maybe it could even go 2-0 and then Villa get a goal back. Brighton v Man United, I think Man United are going to do a 2-0 win, nice and easy. Fulham v Newcastle, I do think Newcastle will get the upper hand over Fulham, just 1-0 though. Tottenham Hotspur, I do think will beat Everton 1-0, but I think it will be close. Liverpool, I think, will draw with Brentford 1 apiece. I think Burnley v Wolves, I think it will be Burnley 1-0 over Wolves. Nottingham Forest, I think, will lose to Bournemouth 2-0. That's my prediction. I think West Ham will have a fighting spirit, but will unfortunately lose 1-0 to Leeds. I think Chelsea will lose 1-0 to Sunderland. And I think Arsenal will lose 2-1 to Palace. So they're my predictions. What are yours? Go. Fire away. Fire away, fire away. Shoot me down, nothing to lose. I'm ill. I'm really ill. I've got a bad cough. Yeah. So, lovely jubbly. So, yeah, all Premier League games are taking place on Sunday 24th at 4 p.m. That's going to be the last game of the season. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, ideal situation is, for Arsenal, this is, they win, because that's enough. No matter what Man City do, if Arsenal win, it's game, set, and match. You know what I mean? However, if Arsenal draw, then I believe that's it. Is that it? Because it's 78. So as long as Man City win today, then Arsenal need a win. But it all goes down to what happens today. The title could be sealed today if they can't get past Bournemouth. We shall see, though. We shall see. I mean, for Chelsea, it is going to now be a case of whether they get top 10. Because, the table's not even looking ideal for them. But, we shall see. What's happened there? Wiseman gone for a walk. No. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. So for Bournemouth versus Manchester City, for Bournemouth, it is a 4-2-3-1 formation. It's Petrovic in goal. The back four going left to right is Truffert, Senesi, Hill and Smith. The two full CDMs, it's Scott and Adams. Then it's Tavernier, Creepy and Ryan in the midfield with Van Lissen up front. For Manchester City, it's 4-1-4-1. Donnarumma in goal. Back four of O'Reilly, Guehi, Kusanov and Nunez. Then the five in midfield is Doku, Silva, Roderick, Mateo Kovacic and Semenyo. And up front, of course, it's Erling Haaland. The win percentage here, Manchester City have a 56% win probability. Bournemouth have an 18%, and it's a draw on 26%. At the moment, Manchester City have had 4 shots, 1 on target, to Bournemouth's 1 shot, no on target. Possession, it is in favour of Man City at the moment with 59%, and they've had 247 passes to Bournemouth's 187. Pass accuracy for Man City is 93%, but they've had 2 fouls to Bournemouth's 5. Both teams have had a corner, but Man City have had 2 to Bournemouth's 1. Neither side have had a yellow or red card, but Man City have been caught offside once so far today. Of course, Guardiola is leaving Manchester City at the end of the season. That is a bit of a, throws a bit of a spanner in the works, of course. Enzo Maresca, former Chelsea manager, is heading that way. So it is a bit of a crazy one. So as for Bournemouth versus Man City, the last time this happened, which actually did happen at the Etihad, it ended 3-1 in the direction of Manchester City. And the goals on that game, it went 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1. See if I can find. If I said my head wasn't banging, I would be lying to you. So we are 37.5 minutes in. No one's got the breakthrough yet. Still 0-0. 0-0. Danny says, Bournemouth are such a supremely impressive team in and out of possession. We'll be really surprised if the managerial merry-go-round ends this summer without Adoni Iraola in one of the very top jobs. Kovacic might stay. What else are people saying? This has been a good watch for the neutral and likely a good watch for Arsenal fans, given the title would go to them if the score stays this way. I don't think it will. I do think Man City will get the breakthrough at least. If not, maybe we could be seeing potentially Bournemouth get the breakthrough. Yeah, it's so could go either way. But I don't actually know. Let me know, guys. Let me know what you think. Man City. Oh my God, Bournemouth have scored. Bournemouth have scored. I missed that. I was looking away. It's 1-0 Bournemouth. And as it stands, Manchester City are not winning the Premier League. At the moment, it's going in the hands of Arsenal. This could be very, very big. Yeah, this could be amazingly big for both Bournemouth and Manchester City. Arsenal will be going mental at the moment. It's Eli Junior Krupi on the 38th minute to place Manchester City away from winning. Yeah, it's 1-0. What do you make of that, guys? What do you make of that? Yeah, 1-0. Honestly, Bournemouth do play really electric football, so I'm not surprised in the slightest that they've scored first. They're at home. They've got the backing of their fans. It is a Tuesday night though, so it might be a bit of a quieter one than normal. But yeah, I do really, 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 really think even though it's Manchester City, yeah, I think they've got the upper hand regardless. Bournemouth, even though, because they've done it incredible this season, they're sixth place. They're going to get European football. That's an achievement in itself for AFC Bournemouth. Yeah, it's going to go into half-time, probably, as it looks now. And they're going to be, 1-0 into the break. They're going to have the momentum. They're going to, I don't see it going any other way, really. Yeah, I really don't see it going any other way. I'm just doing that to actually test whether it works. So if you put both down, does it swap it or does it keep it and put them on both? No, it keeps it, I think. I don't know. I really don't know. So we've got a few comments going on. I'm missing them all now. Hello to James. Is your name James? Yeah, I presume it is. Peak, at least Man City ain't winning. Okay, well, as a Tottenham Hotspur supporter, I'm unfortunately wanting Manchester City to win. Yeah, I'm wanting Manchester City to win, if I'm being totally honest. 2. So James thinks Bournemouth are going to get the win. I think Man City are going to get can't even speak. I think Man City are going to get the win only because I want them to get the win. Are you going to the Leeds Core Network review? I'm presuming that means, are you going to do a Leeds Core Network review with the bus lines? To that, I say no. I am not going anywhere near Leeds anytime soon. I don't plan on it in the slightest, if I'm being totally transparent with you. I don't care really about Leeds, but maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. That sounded really, really closed. Maybe I'll do, once I've got a car, rental car, whatever, I will drive there. I'll do a drive with me up to, sorry, to Leeds, up the motorway. I'm going to cough again. Yeah, maybe I'll do a drive up to do Leeds or something. Number 2, Josh says. So it keeps it, does it? Okay. James says yes. Don't know what that's to. Whether that's to his name's James or he thinks back Bournemouth's going to win. I don't know. I'm quite far behind at the moment. Are you going all the way to Bromley to see the 400 seats? No, they are shit. Fundamentally, they are shit. The thing is, right, it's National Express don't treat them well. That's the only, that's the query concern I have. It's not like they're bad buses from the get-go. Like, I like SK66s and SK68s. They're good buses. The MMCs are good. Like, the BYDs, they get slated. They're good buses as well. I just think, fundamentally, we're going to do another poll now, by the way. Fundamentally, yeah, it's the management is the problem. Well, it's the maintenance team, of course, but yeah, management seems to be causing some problems anyway. So Tottenham or Chelsea, in the words of Benjamin. Chelsea, up to Chelsea. Yeah, why did you support Chelsea then, Benjamin? Were you born there? That's what I thought, mister. Right, new one. We're going to hide that one, start this one and show this one. Boom, get in it, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Here we go, a bit of clarification. Yes, my name is James and I want Bournemouth to win. Okay, who do you support, James? Let me know. Kyle says, have you done... Oh, can you slow down, guys? Slow down, everyone. Right. Kyle, have you done the Blackpool Tramps? I've not been to Blackpool. Oh, kick-off. Here we go. Boom. Let's get started. It's 8:15. No, I've never been to Blackpool. I've never been that far north. Furthest north I've been is Manchester. Not Manchester. I'm just lying to you guys. Furthest north I've been is Birmingham. That's as far north as I have been. Getting quite dark in this room. Let's turn the light on again. I keep changing it. What's your opinion on one training camp every 30 minutes? I think that's too much for the Golden Valley line, in my humble opinion. I think at most it needs hourly. Better bus connections at Kemble for Cirencester on the A82. I think what you could do is you could fund a Great Western Railway service which meets the train every hour, maybe all day, Monday to Friday at least, and then maybe, or peak hours, Monday to Friday, all day, Saturday, Sunday, where like it pulls in 10 minutes before the train, and then it will leave 5 minutes after the train goes or something like that. And there's a bit of communication between the company and the operator. What am I? Between Great Western Railway and Stagecoach or whoever operates it, that if the train's running late, they'll have an announcement come through on their ticket machine, and then they will wait a bit longer. Say it's like 20 minutes late, they'll wait so people can make that connection, or people have to tell the guard on the train if they want the bus, and then the bus will wait for them in like instances where you miss it by like a couple of minutes, like throughout the day you miss it by a couple of minutes. Yeah. So you're going Arsenal, are you guys? Cheers, thanks. You're going Chelsea, sorry. You're going Chelsea. Well, fundamentally, I think you're wrong. I think you have made an incorrect decision there. But yeah, I think there should be a bit of funding at Kemble Station to get a bus going there to meet every train. I was going to say to meet every train. And it doesn't have to be, an improvement of the 882 timetable, because what they could do is leave the 882 timetable as is, but just stop it serving Kemble Station forecourt, and it just drives past, and then you would have this shuttle service do Ciren to Kemble. Or the 882 would only serve Kemble Station for drop-off from Tetbury and pick up towards Tetbury or something like that. So it serves it in the direction of Tetbury only instead of both directions. I don't know. It is half-time over in Bournemouth. It ends, I was going to say. It goes 1-0 at the break. Yes, half-time at Bournemouth. Right, should we move this poll? I'm going to pop it over there. Hey, do you see it just slide across? That was jokes. That was bloody jokes. Here we go. We're ready to rock and roll. Che 0, Tot 0. 882 mentioned. Half time at Brummyland. Not Brummyland, that's Birmingham. At Borneyland. I never went through the lineups, I don't think. I didn't, did I? I went through the lineups of the other team, the other game. So Chelsea, it's a 4-2-3-1. In goals, Robert Sanchez. The back four, left to right, is Cucurella, Hato, Fofana, and I'm not even pronouncing your right back's surname, Achiampong, something like that. The two CDMs, it's Caicedo and Santos. Then in the midfield, you have Neto, Fernandez, and Cole Palmer. And up front, it's Delap. For Tottenham, it is a lovely team of a 4-2-3-1. Kinski still in goal. Udogi's left. Porro is right back. Van de Ven and Danso are our centre-backs. Bentancur and João Paulinho are the CDMs with Matthias Tell, Conor Gallagher, and Colin Wani in the midfield, left to right. And the striker is Richarlison. You know a goal's coming if you've got Richarlison. On the bench for Chelsea is Jorgensen, Esturgo, Sarr, Chalobah, James, Garnacho, Derry, Nyeka, Kavuma, McQueen. And for Tottenham, it's Vicario, Dragusin, Basuma, Madison, Archie Gray, Bergval, Jed Spence, Pap Matassar, and Souza. And of course, it is McFarlane and De Zerbi as the managers, respectively. So injuries at the moment: Mikhailo Mudryk, Jamie Gittins, and Romeo Lavia, to name a few, are suspended, not suspended, injured. And for Tottenham, it's quite a few, actually, to name it three. Christian Romero, Xavi Simons, I'm really sad about that one, and Dejan Kulusevski. What's the point of the 7:20 a.m. and 2:15 bus to Kemble? Well, that 2-1 is a bit strange because the 13:57 off the forum, because you actually get there 5 minutes after the train has gone and it terminates there. So it's not like it just pops in there because that's where the route goes and then it continues down to Tetbury, because it doesn't do that. It goes back. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't actually know why it does that. Yeah, I don't know. Really, really, really don't know. But the first bus of the day and the second bus of the day towards Kemble connect. 6:25 and 8:30. Well, former 8:38. Now it's 8:12, isn't it? But those two connect. They connect to a train. You have about 7 minutes. Bob's your uncle. Easy. No worries at all. And in the afternoon, going back the other way, you can connect onto the final bus of the day, but you can't connect on the one in front of it because it's an hour and a half and the train's an hour. So you'd have to wait 30 minutes off that one. But because what you can do is you can get to Kemble for 6:37 a.m. and the train Paddington bound leaves at 6:42. And then coming back, you get in off the train at 18:42, and then the bus leaves at 18:50. That's the connection I would make. I've done it before. Missed a minute up to Kemble in the morning. You get off, you literally walk straight in, and then you can get straight on the train because it's platform 1, Paddington bound. You don't have to worry about going over the bridge. And when you do have to go over the bridge on your way back, you have a bit longer. You get there 3 minutes before it even arrives, unless it's early, which it really realistically should be. It's given ages, 15 minutes to get from Tetbury back to Kemble. So realistically, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be early. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'm just gonna be down in my life. Number 1. Wow, wow, wow. So I do have notifications on, like FOTMob, on my phone for the game. So I want to see what updates first, Google or FOTMob. In other news, so yeah, I think first half it's going to end 0-0 in this game. That's what I'm going 0-0 in this game. In this first half, I think it'll be like a 70th-minute goal sort of vibe for Tottenham. Think I've got a cough there. Yeah, basically, I was in my history examination this afternoon, and I could not stop coughing. And it's not even a nice cough; it is a heave, which makes my life, really fun. I've lost it, but I do have these. They're really strong, and I refuse to have them. So they are soothing menthol lozenges. So I'm hoping this is going to do the trick because I do not have them. But yeah, I couldn't stop coughing during the exam, like literally for the whole 2 hours 15 minutes. I was non-stop coughing the whole time. Last 5 games for Tottenham and Chelsea. Last time we played was the 1st of November 2025 in the Premier League at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It ended in favour of Chelsea 1-0. The game before that ended 1-0 to Chelsea. Game before that ended 4-3 Chelsea. Game before that was 2-0 Chelsea. Game before that was 4-1 Chelsea. So in the last 5 games between Chelsea and Tottenham, it's ended a win in the hands of Chelsea. And of course, this game is at Stamford Bridge. The only difference is Chelsea go into this game with like 6 maybe even more defeats or draws in a row. So it's going to be very good to see what happens today. So on the Chelsea website, because this is what's come up, key statistics and facts. So head-to-head. Since 1990, Chelsea have had 1 defeat in the past 40 home games in all competitions against Tottenham, winning 26 and drawing 13. The single defeat was in April 2018. Tottenham have won 1 of their last 14 Premier League games against Chelsea, with 2 draws and 11 defeats, which was a 2-0 home win in February 2023. Chelsea have won the last 5 Premier League games against Spurs and aiming for a 6th straight win, a feat last achieved also with 6 consecutive victories between 2000 and 2002. So Chelsea have the better head-to-head in this game. The Blues, Chelsea, I refuse to use their nickname. Chelsea have won more games in all competitions against Tottenham than Chelsea have against any other club. They've also scored 122 goals in 67 Premier League games against Tottenham, more than against any other opponent. They're also unbeaten in their last 9 Premier League meetings with Tottenham when scoring first, with 8 wins and 1 draw. Chelsea are going for the league double against Spurs for the 3rd consecutive season and the 15th overall season, and they've only achieved more doubles against Fulham with 15. In the reverse fixture at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in November, a first-half goal from João Pedro earned them the 3 points. So yeah, it did end 1-0. So head-to-head in all competitions, they've played 180 games. Chelsea have won 82, drew 43, and Tottenham have won 55. The last 5 meetings at Stamford Bridge. The 5th of January 2022, it was a Chelsea League Cup win, 2-0, with Havertz and an own goal from Davies. In January 2022, in the Premier League, it was a 2-0 win. It was Ziyech and Thiago Silva. In the Premier League in August 2022, it was a 2-2 draw. In May 2024, in the Premier League, it was a 2-0 win for Chelsea. And in April 2025, it was most recently a 1-0 win for Chelsea. So biggest wins for both sides. For Tottenham, their biggest win against Chelsea was 5-0 in the 1920-1921 season, Division 1. And for Chelsea, their biggest win over Tottenham was a 6-1 thrashing in the 1997-1998 season in the Premier League at Tottenham Hotspur. Chelsea's biggest league win at home to Spurs is 4-0 in the 2001-2002 season, as well as the 2013-14 Premier League season. And Tottenham's biggest win at Stamford Bridge was 4-0 in 1920-1921, as well as 1933-1934 in Division 1. That is crazy. Bloody hell. "14 minutes played. Nothing separating the sides." Right, new poll. Let's bust it. Stop poll. It's a bus-related one. Well, it's not though, is it? Cough comes back. Vote doesn't count. Rosa. Vote don't count, mate. No, votes don't count. No. Delete. Excuse me. Delete. Don't count. Sorry. Disallowed. VAR. I VAR'd it. Don't count. Sorry. So why is the 882 better then? By far. It's not fundamentally. But why? I'll wait. Not my time. You wasted it, your own. Cool. Good argument. Gloucester to Siren connections. Okay. But that's not describing why the fifth one isn't that good. You've just said it's not. That's like me saying the 882 is not good because it's not. I mean, I'm not even slating the 882. I just think the 50 one's better. It's got a reliable timetable. Need I say more? If it was purely hourly on the 882 all day, then I would vote it. It's a nice scenic route, but then I'm still going to pick the 51 over the 76 for reliability and pure vibes, and you know, like what would you rather your local route be, the 882 or the 51? If you've got to get to work, school, or just a day out. I'd rather go to Cheltenham than I would Gloucester. I'd rather go to Cheltenham than I would Swindon, meaning it's faster journey time. I'd rather go to. All right, Swindon's all right because it goes Cricklade. I like Cricklade. Again, I'd rather go Cricklade than I would Tetbury. Like, you know. You can't because it doesn't link. It doesn't link. Oh, for fuck's sake, Chelsea have scored. Go away. Right. That's not on. Fundamentally, that's not on. I've closed the tab. It's really not on, apparently. That is ridiculous. Wouldn't we all, Ollie? Wouldn't we all? That wasn't my point. I don't want to go to Swindon. If I had to pick a destination on the 51, I would go Cheltenham. I think everyone would. Okay, so my prediction's wrong. Why do Chelsea always know how to start scoring when it's against Tottenham? So as it stands, West Ham United are still in the Premier League. It's still there. Second half at Bournemouth. Yes, it is. Thank you. That's what Spurs get. I go crick leg because I can. Yes, of course you would. Of course you would. But then can you? Because no, you can because Birdlip actually gets a morning afternoon. I was going to say can you, but Birdlip's not exclusively on that rural run, so I can't say that. All right then. If you had to pick, what about? That one. What about that one? Let's say that one, like I've even put it on you. That one. What about that one? Really? So you'd rather go to Gloucester than Bath? All right, fine, whatever. I mean, for this one, I'd probably also go AA2 because it goes to Siren, not Stroud. Siren clears Stroud, so I would, yeah. What about if you ignore the Stroud to Tetbury bit? If the 620 was just Tetbury to Bath, I think I'd pick the 620 then. It's a very nice route. Not that I've done it, but I've heard it's very nice. I've got reputable sources, if you will. What about what about trying to think of a really good dupe. Comparison, I mean. Like, what about that one? See, for this one, you would pick the 70. No, you'd pick the 882. Hello, Mark. Welcome in. Hope you're well. Because I would pick the 882. Hello, Daniel. Welcome in. Hope you're well. Yeah, there I would pick the 882 fundamentally because the 77s are all right. Do you know what I mean? I'm just seeing if this sparks debate. Well, yeah, I'm not being funny, mate, but the 882 don't go to Highworth, so you can't compare them based on which one gets to Highworth quicker. And also, who's choosing to go to Highworth? With all due respect, I think it could just terminate in Letchley and call it a day. Do you know what I mean? Just swing it around in Letchley. Or chuck it up to... yeah, well, 51 then 7 is fundamentally better than the 70. I'm joking, obviously. But then, yeah, I think it could just go up somewhere else. I don't think it needs to go Highworth. I think what you do is you send the 7 up to Letchlade. Maybe two an hour go up to Letchlade, or 1 an hour goes up to Letchlade. And then 1 every 2 hours on a Sunday or something like that. To make the route even longer. But it would only be, what, 20 minutes longer? 10 each way? So it wouldn't be much longer. Anyway, back to what I was saying. And then you could send the 77. This was proposed, by the way, so it could happen. The 77 would go Venimore, A361, up to Burford, or across to Cottenham. Because fundamentally you have you've already got a bus route that does it once a day, albeit, but you've still got a bus route that does it. I think if the 7 was still Swindon Highworth, then it would make sense to go up to Letchers. Or even loop it around at Fairford. Go Swindon to Fairford. That's my prediction anyway. Not prediction, there's my thoughts. Rory, fuck off. Is that steam? What is that? You just slated your snap now. Stephen, Poppy, Alfie. What a selection. What a selection there. Oh, he's typing. God, he's good at this, isn't he? Yeah. That's my normal reaction. Right, should we bustimes.org it? So the Leeds, what did he say? The Leeds Core Network. What's Leeds Core Network mean? What is that? The Leeds Core Network of bus routes. Still 1-0 to Bournemouth. 55 minutes in. You still owe me £2. Bearing in mind. Just for reference, mate, you do owe me £2. Well, not me as such. Right, what's on the last 51? 15343. Go on. Should we rate what was on the 51 today? 15343. Solid. 10905. Also solid. I rate that. 15968. That is a class bus. That is what we call a class bus. IO Halls 2 pass. Yeah. Debt, mate. That's your debt. You're not allowed to buy anything again until you pay that off. 15972. That is a good bus. They know ball knowledge today. 15340. Shit. And 10988. Shit. 10992. Shit. So it's 4 shit buses, 3 good buses on the. They were on the 51 today. I rate that wholeheartedly. Didn't make a triangle. I did see it was a bit funny today. I mean, when isn't it? It's an SN63. They're all shit. Ah, that's quite cute. So it went out to the sea, went across and was like, no, I like this bit of sea more. And then it was like, I better go back to the depot. No, better go back to Gloucester. Oh, it did that while it was at Gloucester, did it? Oh, whoever the driver was, Shona, they didn't log out. They just stayed logged in because it updated too much to be and not in service because it only updates every so often. Oh, did she have to go into the forum today? Yeah, she had to go in the forum today. She didn't yesterday. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Still 1-0. It's boring now. 15369 out of the 55. And yesterday was out on the S6. God, I had 13 days off road. Bloody hell, mate. What happened? Did it crash? Sorry to Stroud, there is a 54A bus, but it's not the best. Otherwise, it would be 51 up. God, I look like I'm dead, don't I? Hang on. Let's whip that down a little bit. It would be, 54A Stroud. It operates generally 2 hourly Monday to Friday, Saturday. It's got just 3 return trips. And then Sunday don't run. So I would personally do, if you want to stay just buses, go 51 to Cheltenham, then 66 it down, or 51 to Swindon, train it up, or 51 to Cheltenham, train it down. They're your options. Or if it's Monday to Saturday, I guess you could go 882 to Gloucester, then 6234 it down. Or alternatively, don't go. That is also an option. Yeah, but this option can only happen at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. I think you're forgetting that. This only works when the train connects. No one wants to sit there for an hour waiting. Well, not an hour. It would be at most 59 minutes. Or walk it. It's just one road. You'll be fine. You'll make it. I've done it. It's quite a nice walk. What's in depot at the moment? 37007, 15527, 15531, 36929, which is actually 15982, and finale 15880. Nobody. Trust me, people do. It's called Ramblers. Don't know if you've heard of them. Probably haven't lived under a cliff. With 32 minutes gone, it's 1-0 Chelsea still, and 60 minutes gone in the other game, it's still 1-0 Bournemouth. Looking good for Bournemouth. So yeah, timetable for the 54, 54A, X54. From Stroud to Cyber, 7:40, 9:30, 11:10, 12:40, 2:20, 3:45 and 4:50. And from Simon to Stroud, 7:45, 8:40, 10:20, 11:55, 13:30, 15:40, avoid at all costs, 16:30 and 17:40. And then the Saturday timetable from Stroud, 8:10, 12:20 and 4:20, all as 54As. And from Siren, 9 a.m, 13:10 and 17:10, all as 54As. No service for the 54 on Saturdays, Sundays or public holidays. No service for the X54 on Saturdays, Sundays or public holidays. And no service for the 54A on Sundays or public holidays. And it's operated using a clapped out fleet of Optare Solos, Optare Solo SRs, or the Pulsar. And what service do I prefer? 882 or 620? We just had this debate. History of discontinued routes. Not that I know of. Sometimes I use bus times itself, because you can go to the license number at the bottom of an operator and it says cancelled contract. For example, Cotswold Greens, some had should I just shut up? Cotswold Greens, most recent cancelled service is of course the 58 around Cirencester, but they also in 2023 had a service 3 cancelled between Keynes Cross Roundabout and Thomas Keble School. The 131 between Stroud and Sir William Romney's, the 28 between Stroud and Nailsworth, the 36 between Stroud and King's Court. And if you want to go really far back, 2010, a service 620 between Tetbury and Bath. That rings some bells, doesn't it? The 864 between Cirencester and Yanworth, which is the modern day Stagecoach 78. The 860 between Cirencester College and Aldworth. The 1 between Cirencester College and Waitrose. A 205 between Sharpness and Dursley. A 281 Dursley Circular. A 288 Wootton Under Edge Circular. An 11 Gloucester to Oh, they did the 11 Gloucester to Pontsmead. Didn't know that. Would you? Is that one actually for you this time, or is it for a lovely steering wheel attendant of ours, friend of ours? Yeah. What's everyone's thoughts of the G coming back? Real ones know, innit? Real Cheltonians know. Oh, it is this time. It's definitely for you. All right, I'll let you off. I'll let you off on this occasion. Next time might not be so nice. Yeah, no, I know. I know. Because it's quite funny. Ben messaged me randomly. He messaged and he said the cream donut was nice. And I was like, what cream donut? And I was like, go away. Go away. That wasn't even for you, but he gave it to you. Well, where does it go? Where does the G go? So the G is going to be what the old D did around Hatherley. So the 97 and 98 between Cheltenham and Gloucester are getting rerouted. They're no longer going to serve the Hatherley and Up Hatherley bit, which they took over when the D got changed. Instead, it's going to be the G. It's going to run between Cheltenham Town Centre, Pittville Street, and it's going to run through to Hatherley via the way the old D went. And you didn't confuse me. I knew it was for Ben, but like just the way you went about it was a bit stupid. He's not working. So the G, the D and the E are going to be going via Montpellier, which I don't really understand why they're doing that. They're saying a direct link to the railway station, but we don't need another bus serving Rotunda, really, in all due respect. But it's only going to serve Rotunda towards Cleves and then it's going to go down the back street. I can't remember what it's called. Actually through Montpellier, but there's no bus stop. Down the back of Montpellier. And apparently the W's changing. Oh yeah, to serve more of Winchcombe. What's changing about the 13? New timetable, is it? What can you possibly change about this timetable? Oh, you're kidding. The 8:55 trip's now leaving at 9. Oh my god, what a big change. Big change, massive change, ginormous change. Yeah, 8:50, 9:50, 10:50, 11:55, 12:55, 1:55. And then it will be 9, 9:50, 10:50. Big change, 10-minute change. Wow. Wow, zars. Is it because it always runs late by 10 minutes? No, today it ran late by 20 minutes. Bloody hell. How can you give it to him? You could give it to him on Saturday. You could go and see him on Saturday and give him a day-old cream donut. He didn't get a cream donut when he went in this morning. Not that I served him, I wasn't working. He got a latte and a sausage roll. $7.15 he had to pay. Poor life for him, really, isn't it? Never mind. Da, 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 da. We are 39 minutes in. It is still Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Well, if it was me in your situation on Saturday, it would have been gone by the time I made it to his bus. So I don't really like cream donuts, to be fair. I think they're quite bland. And of course, because it is synthetic cream, it's not the greatest. And you always get someone coming in and asking, real or synthetic cream? And of course, it's synthetic. It is synthy. But who cares? Frequency, what do I think of? 8, 6:20, and 7. 8. What am I talking about? 882, I reckon it could be core hourly on the northern portion, core 2 hourly on the southern portion, instead of the massive gaps it has. And I think the 2 trips to terminate at Kemble might as well just go through to Tetbury. So then Tetbury gets a better service than a 5-hour gap in the afternoon. 6:20, I think it's good. However, the same as the 882, I think it could be core 2 hourly to Tetbury with maybe 3 or 4 or 5 extending to Bath a day, providing maybe 2 hourly. Yeah, 2 hourly Stroud to Tetbury with 5 extending through to Bath. And then the 7, I think it's perfect. If anything, I drop it to half hourly because I think it is a bit too. Maybe in the peak hours run it every 20, but you don't need to early morning and afternoon. You really don't. Oh, you can do it on the phone now. Any other questions, anyone? I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Of course, Pullums have got their new 26-plated Evo settees joining the fleet. So 80997 BU26WVN has already gone through. That was there ages ago. a couple of days ago. And then BU26WVO 80998 came through today, got swapped, and it was on the afternoon C51. And then 80999 BU26WV LMNOP will swap tomorrow. So it does mean YW25FNN and YX75KXG will be back. See you in a minute, James. Have a safe one. We'll be back with us. Tomorrow, MMC on the 77. Maybe. I think it's going to go 882 again. They're loving that at the moment. And they've got 5, albeit. Do you know what I mean? Crack on. 71 minutes gone in the other game. There should be a Stroud, Minch, and Nailsworth circular every hour on the hour until 8 PM at least. Minch, yes. Nailsworth, no. Nailsworth is served fine. I think you should run you personally. You yourself get doing it now. I think hourly Stroud Minch, maybe, yeah. But not Nailsworth because it already exists. I do think 63 should run later. I think there should be like what they do with the 62. But because of the 63 being quite important from Gloucester, I think they should run one more from Gloucester. Because currently the last one's what? 840? No. 740? No. Is it 740? 7. $740. I think you could do one at. So it gets back to Stroud at 9:05. Then you can make it sit there, what, 5 minutes. I've seen that comment and I'm not reacting to it. 9:05, 9:10. Gets back up to Gloucester for 9:45, and then you could run a final one out of Gloucester at like 9:50, which goes into Forest Green and then does what the current last one does, Forest Green back to Stroud, something like that. Then you've got the last one, Stroud to Forest Green, 2 hours later, something like that. So you've said 68, Stroud to Kemble. What are you smoking? That would be the biggest dogleg ever. He is back. James is back. Hello, James. Why would it go Stroud, 419 to Siren, 417, Cranham Woods, Birdlip, and then down? I mean, Stroud to Kemble, yeah. Stroud, Siren, Kemble. So yeah, half-time in the game. Now it is Tottenham Hotspur 0, Chelsea 1. And it's just not going in the way of Tottenham at Le Moment. Castle Green start right. Yeah, but who wants Castle Green in Birdlip or Siren? I don't want them in Siren. Can they go away, fundamentally? Yeah. Half time, what's your thoughts, guys? Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Nil point. So this is going to be Chelsea's first win in the Premier League in a good few weeks. And it will be the first loss under Roberto De Zerbi. How the table's looking at the moment, Arsenal are top of the table with 82 points, and they are 5 points clear of Manchester City, who are losing at the moment, who have 77 points. In 6th place, it's the currently winning side, Bournemouth, on 58 points. However, even if they lose, they'll stay in 6th position. They'll just have 55 points, 2 points ahead of Brighton in 7th. And Chelsea have crept up from 10th to 8th. They now sit on 52 points in 8th position. And if they keep this, they'll go into the Europa Conference League qualifiers. But they are level on points with Brentford, who also have 52 points in 9th position. But goal difference keeps Chelsea above with 4 extra goals. Chelsea have a goal difference of 7. Brentford have a goal difference of 3. And at the other end, Nottingham Forest sit in 16th with 43 points. Spurs, currently losing, are still 17th, 2 points clear of West Ham United with a -10 goal difference. And West Ham are in 18th with 36 points with a -22 goal difference. So it means even if Tottenham lose today, they'll be 2 points clear of West Ham United, meaning all they need to do is draw against Everton on the final game, even if West Ham win. But if West Ham win, West Ham have to win, a draw won't be good enough. But if Spurs lose and West Ham win, goal difference doesn't matter, and Spurs will be gone. So it could still happen. It could still happen. Yeah, I don't know. It could, because West Ham are playing. Who are they playing? They're playing Leeds. That is a game they could win. They're at home. They're at the London Stadium. They have the backing of the fans. And Tottenham are also at home, but they've got Everton. No, I won't be. No, I won't be. Or did I? No, I didn't. I think it's because I put it into a bus button in Siren Sister video, which won't be coming out to the end of the month, and then I forgot about posting on TikTok. If you waved, I would have posted it, but you didn't, so I'm not. Never mind. I tried. "76 minutes gone. Man City, this could be it for the league. Of course, they won't get the trophy left. Arsenal. Arsenal won't get the trophy left. Yeah, that was the joke, because in the video I said, "What the hell is Rory doing there?" That is what I said, because I remember sending it to Ben and he just sent a skull emoji back. So that was the joke about the second one. Yeah, so West Ham United are against Leeds United. Yeah, West Ham v Leeds. Oh, I don't know what to make of it. I think that game could go in the direction of West Ham. I do think it could, but I think fundamentally Leeds have been a really promising side. So I really don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, Leeds have done really well. Of course, getting to the FA Cup semi-finals. Holding Spurs to a draw at home. And they're at what? Leeds are 14th in the Premier League. They're home and dry. They're on 47 points. I mean, that three-way clash on 49 points is quite good. Of course, you've got Newcastle, Everton and Fulham, 11, 12 and 13, all with 49 points. Then only 2 ahead of that, Sunderland. So Fulham could go from 13th to 9th with a win, provided Brentford and Sunderland themselves lose, or Sunderland at most get a draw. Chelsea can still get 7th with a win as long as Brighton lose. Bournemouth can still get top 5, permitted Liverpool don't win. If Liverpool only draw and Brighton win, they could get Bournemouth could get top 5. Liverpool could go on the same amount of points as Villa, should Villa lose to Man City. So, yeah, it could still go a lot of ways. Bit of breaking news as well. Well, not breaking. It happened 1848. Southampton have been thrown out of the EFL Championship playoffs after admitting they spied on 3 clubs in the Championship season. Middlesbrough, beaten by Southampton in the semi-final, have now been reinstated and will play Hull City for a place in the Premier League. The EFL have charged the Saints with watching training sessions involving Oxford United and Ipswich Town, in addition to filming Middlesbrough as they prepared for the first leg of their playoff semi-final on the 7th of May. The Independent Disciplinary Commission also handed Southampton a 4-point deduction in the Championship for next season. Saints will now miss out on a game dubbed the richest in world football, with the winners of the playoff final guaranteed a minimum £110 million in Premier League broadcast revenue. Yes, they were. The final will remain on Saturday at Wembley, with the kickoff time to be confirmed. Southampton admitted to multiple breaches of EFL regulations related to the unauthorised filming of other clubs' training, the EFL said. The club have also received a reprimand in respect of all the charges. Sources have confirmed to BBC Sport that Southampton will lodge an appeal on Wednesday and will argue that the punishment is disproportionate. The EFL said it would be working to try and resolve any appeal on Wednesday, 20th of May. It added that the subject of the outcome, it could result in further change to Saturday's fixture. The appeal will be heard by an independent league arbitration panel with 3 new members. The appeal, I've just said that, the EFL said in a statement Southampton was first charged on Friday 8th May, with further charges issued on Sunday 17th of May in relation to additional breaches during the 25-26 season. Those additional charges arose from matters identified after the initial proceedings involved Middlesbrough were initiated. Southampton admitted breaches of regulations requiring clubs to act with the utmost good faith and prohibiting the observation of another club's training session within 72 hours of a scheduled match. Southampton admitted breaches of... I've just read that. Oh, my God. The admitted breaches concerned fixtures against Oxford United in December 2025, Ipswich Town in April 2026, and Middlesbrough in May 2026. Southampton did not win any of the 3 games, losing 2-1 at Oxford, drawing 2-2 at home to Ipswich, and claiming a 0-0 draw at Borough. The statement continued, the EFL is now in discussion with all 3 clubs regarding the implications of today's decision and will now make a further announcement in due course. Middlesbrough issued a statement which said they welcome the outcome. We believe this sends out a clear message for the future of our game regarding sport and integrity and conduct, it added. As a club, we are now focused on our game against Hull City at Wembley on Saturday. Ticket information for our supporters will be available shortly. Southampton had already sold tickets for Saturday's game and their supporters will now receive a full refund. They must now wait to see if the FA issues any charges for individuals involved in the spying. The EFL can only apply sanctions against its members' clubs. After a spying case at the 2024 Olympic Games, 3 members of Canada's staff, including the head coach, were banned from all football by FIFA for a year. So, Middlesbrough could be coming up to the Premier League next season. Yeah, that'd be really good. I would love to see them in the Premier League. That would be amazing for Middlesbrough. You know, everything they do, everything they stand for. Because I don't think, if I remember rightly, I don't think Middlesbrough have been up in a while. But of course, Hull City will have more. What's the word? Will also want to go up. Of course they will. They're in the playoff final. Born there, you, Middlesbrough. Yeah, sounds about right, mate. What else is on here? Son of Mango fashion brand founder arrested over father's death. BBC, police have warned people not to use drones in an area where officers, oh my goodness gracious me, where officers are searching for a missing teenager. So they're following the disappearance of a 14-year-old Taylor Charlton in North Devon. Good to know. This has turned into news with Josh, apparently, during half-time. Swindon's car. Oh, this is big news. Breaking news, some might say. Swindon. Something about a car park being transformed. The HS2 bill could rise to £102 billion, with first trains delayed until 2039. Wowzers. Estonia says NATO jet shot down drone over its territory. A boy 10 is in hospital after a fall on a zip wire during a school trip. Here we go. Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher's 2025-2026 awards, player, team of the season. So Gary Neville's team of the season: David Raya, O'Reilly, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Fernandez, Rice, Silva, Semenyo, Haaland, and Igor Thiago. Jamie Carragher, David Raya, O'Reilly, Gabriel, Saliba, Nunez, Silva, Rice, Doku, Fernandez, Semenyo, Haaland. So Gary Neville has a team full of Arsenal, Manchester United, and Manchester City. And Carragher literally has a team full of Arsenal and Man City. Wow, what a surprise, eh? Player of the season for Gary Neville is Bruno Fernandes. And player of the season for Jamie Carragher is Decky. Signing of the season, Neville says Granit Xhaka, and Carragher says Ryan Cherki, or Rayan, I think it is. 86 minutes in, this could be a monumental victory for Bournemouth. I really, really hope Bournemouth concede late on. Former Bristol City midfielder and member of Ashton Gate 8, Jimmy Mann, has died at the age of 83. He made 283 appearances for Bristol City, scoring 45 goals during an 8-year spell after joining the club in 1974. He was one of the 8 players who tore up their contracts in February 1982 to save the club from falling into bankruptcy, sacrificing their career to prevent the team from going under. So he joined Bristol City from Leeds, also playing for Barnsley, Doncaster Rovers and Scunthorpe United during his career. Initially joined Bristol City as a striker, switching to midfield under manager Alan Dix. He was part of the side that won promotion from Division 2 in 1976, playing 36 games during the campaign. Rest in peace to Jimmy Mann. Travel warning has been issued ahead of Bolton Wanderers playoff final at Wembley. No one gives a toss. And that's about it. Good stuff all around. Any rare workings? Any rare workings? Mm-hmm. 2 minutes from the end of 90. 48172, still with bloody Cheltenham Depot. Honestly, they can give it back now if they want. Not if they want, they can give it back as soon as possible, actually. If that's something we can arrange, that would be phenomenal. I'll definitely have a word myself if it's not back within the week. I think it's absolutely mind-boggling they think they're allowed to keep it. To which I say no. That looks so weird. 48172 on a 41 to Northway. Oh my god. So this evening it now does the 21:30, 41 to Northway, the 22:02 return to Cheltenham, then it does the 22:55 loop B to Cheltenham Kings and back, and then the 23:30 up to Northway, and then the driver gets to floor it down the bloody motorway. Aren't they a lucky sod? Second half has begun at Chelsea. And Ben Ford has literally just sent me a screenshot of what I was just looking at, 48172 on the 41. Come on, Tottenham! The boys in white. Well, no, because we're away, so we won't be in white. The boys in white. Oh God, that's what I was thinking as well. 48172 on the 41. He's gonna be bloody rammed, mate. No, he will be fine. It's a Tuesday night. It's Tuesday night. Meanwhile, this is the latest 48172 has ever been out. Meanwhile, 48173 was not out today, and 48174 was out today on Z22. Finishing up. Let's see, what time did it pass mine? About 1850. So same time as Ben yesterday. Yeah, 6 minutes added on. Bloody Nora, this is mental, isn't it, mate? Bloody jumping out of my seat here. Arsenal could be crowned Premier League champions here. Champion! We're champion of the world. 92 minutes in now. Four eight one seven two is going to be fun the time it gets back to track. Yeah. It's going to make 48174 sound like a good bus, and that's saying something. Because 48174 is absolutely shoddy, mate. I don't know. I really don't know. Because the thing is, it didn't need to go there. Like, they could have just fixed it and sent it back. But Chelsea, I was going to say, Cheltenham are adamant they get a bus and they keep it. I don't know why. I don't know. 93 minutes in, Bournemouth have nearly done it. I don't know why I'm getting excited. It means Arsenal have won the league, but you've got to give it to, what's his name? Should we try again? Iraola? No, it just won't. I'll say his first name. Andoni. No, actually, I won't be saying his first name or his surname. Iraola. There you go. Got to be right there, surely. Surely. That looks cursed. Fundamentally. That don't look right. 41 to Tewkesbury and Northway. Right, bloody don't look right, mate. Mate, don't look right. That just don't look right. And the driver, poor her, she can't drive it. She can't drive it for shit, mate. If they keep 172, we'll keep the MNC. Simple. Well, I think that's going to happen anyway, even if they don't keep the 207 contract, because once the Utongs are out, they won't need them. They really won't need them. Yeah, once the Utongs are fully out, eventually, they won't need those MNCs anyway. And obviously, Stroud will be getting 6, or is it 9? I'm getting the numbers muddled up. It's either 9 going to Swindon and 6 going to Stroud, or vice versa. But both Swindon and Stroud... No, Stroud and Gloucester, will be receiving some of the SN6 plated MMCs. And then Swindon will get some of the older Scanias from Gloucester to replace the Tridents and some of the E300s. We are entering the final minute of stoppage time here. Not here because I'm not there. In Bournemouth. Bournemouth. Big up Bournemouth, mate. I live in Bournemouth. Bournemouth. Oi. I reckon more electric buses to make riding. Yeah. Well, honestly, the Utongs are quite nice. Like, they get a lot of slate, but they are quite nice. They are much better than an ADL variation, like an E200 EV or a E100 EV. They are quite class. Oh my God, they've scored! It doesn't mean anything, but they've scored. It's Erling Haaland in the 94th minute. Wow. That's thrown a spanner in the works. Well, it's not really, because the gap's still 4. They needed to win this. It won't be enough. It won't be. They need to get another goal. They need one more. Oh my God. Bloody Nora. Right at the death. Can they find another? Wow. 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 The end. Make sense of that. Ah, it's a tough pill to swallow. We've entered the 97th minute. This is wow. Wow, wow, wow. So now Arsenal need a points deduction. Otherwise, they will be crowned Premier League champions. Champion! At the end of today. There it is, full time. It ends Bournemouth 1, Manchester City 1, meaning Arsenal are the Premier League champions for the 2025-2026 season with 82 points. Manchester City finished second with 78 points. Of course, it will still go on the last match day where Arsenal will lift the trophy, potentially getting either 82, 83 or 85 points, whereas Manchester City now can either get 79 or 82. No, 81 points. It ends Bournemouth 1, Manchester City 1 with a 38th minute opener by Krupi and a 94th minute leveller by Erling Haaland. In the other game, we're still going though. We've got another 40 minutes or so. It's still Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0 after the 17th minute goal by Enzo Fernandez. Wowzers. Wow, wow, wow. If Tottenham win, I will buy everyone a Wingstop. Everyone. Every single subscriber of the Joshua Woolley YouTube channel. So get subscribing and get Tottenham winning. Okay. This offer can only be redeemed if Tottenham Hotspur win. Because if they do not, I don't care. I do not give two flies. We're on 585 subscribers, by the way, so that is absolutely marvellous. If you haven't seen today's video, please make sure you go watch it. It was a lovely ride on board 37625. Well, lovely. Yeah, all right. Lovely. Lovely. A lovely. Do you know what I mean? So it was ride on board 37625 SN69ZGV. On the A between Prestbury and the town centre film for a little bit. And yesterday's video came out as a ride on board 36109 on the N. It's had 98 views in 4 hours, that 37625 video. After I finish this live stream, I am going to export a video. It's another run with me. It was a 4-mile run I filmed on Sunday, 10th of May. It was just literally from home into town, round town for a bit, round the Abbey. And a bit, it was one of my nighttime runs. I did 3 in a row. So I'm going to add that to the Run With Me series, as it were, which I am going to start a series at least once a week. I will do a run. I think it's only fair. Do Oxford have the best buses? Yeah. I mean, well, no, they've got the best in a council and passenger sense, yes. in terms of a actual, what's the word? In an actual, I can't think of the word. You know, fundamental sense. No, they don't. They are really shocking buses, if you ask me. There's always problems with them. Always. Always, always, always. There's loads off the road all the time. They're just unfortunately not sustainable buses. I saw the sirens as the bird species in the Abbey Ground last week. Cool. Good to know. Top fans today, we've got number 1 is Rosa. Number 2 is, don't know, James probably. And number 3 is
Number 1
oh,
is
yeah, number 1's Rosa. Number 2 is Daniel's number 2 actually. Ollie's 3. Kyle is 4. And Mark is number 5. I'll drop a comment on my other account. Yo. What's going on? Yo. So that's my actual football channel. There, that one. That one there. This was the channel I had before this one. Well, I had them at the same time, but like that was the one I used more.
Hello guys.
And I did a my last video on this channel was 11 months ago, and then I posted one 2 weeks ago regarding the FGR. But yeah, that's got 128 subscribers. 128 subscribers. I do. So I reckon tomorrow I'm going to do my exam, obviously, because that comes first. Then after the exam, I'll probably do at least a lap, maybe 2 of 58. I'll probably do 1 actually. 1 lap of 58. Yeah, good chat. Yeah, 1 lap of the 58. Because it is Benny tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, I think it is. 1 lap of 58 and maybe 2, maybe 3. Might do all afternoon. Who cares? Who cares? You only live once. YOLO. That's what they say in it. We had a goal yet? No. I reckon that's it. I reckon there's only been 1 goal. Don't know though. What's Tyler sending? It's some lorries. Yeah, that's all he sent. Some fucking lorries. I've had to swap because I came off of it. Oh no! Oh golly gosh! Bang! We're back. This ain't good. Fundamentally. Audio announcements on the bus. They're all right. They're all right. Nothing special. It's a shame they've used AI and they haven't got like someone that's actually like passionate about it to do it. That's what I reckon they should have done. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Because yeah, I reckon they should have done that. Like what Brizzle do. Like an actual human being. But no, it's just lackluster in it. It's rushed. And that's just, yeah. Truth, unfortunately. Companies do not care anymore. They never did. Do you know what I mean? It's just a quick fix. They haven't even added them to the buses that need them. So they're not going to hire someone to actually film it. Yeah, but unfortunately, First Bus care more than Stagecoach. Champions again. Fuck's sake. What's everyone's plans for tomorrow? What are we all doing? Out on the booze. Out on the booze, yeah, I thought you would be. Yeah. Not what I said. Unfortunately, that wasn't the question. But cool. I thought you would be still here. College. Nice. What are you studying? What courses do you take? Let me know. I'll also be at college tomorrow, but only for the exam in the morning, and then I'll be off. Come on. Oh, bloody Nora, mate. Get the yeah. Next stop, guys, is what's it called again? What is it called? Fuck's sake. It's the next one, mate. They scored again. No, 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 no. Bloody hell. Santos. Engineering. Wow, mate. That's good. Scored again. Scored again. Do you do engineering at Soane College, bro? Thought you did. I do see you around a lot, so that makes sense. Alright, bloody makes sense, that does. Try and do the banner on my phone. How are we getting outplayed by Chelsea, by the way? They only need to score 8 more goals. And we're relegated. Yeah, dining hall. Wow. You didn't talk to me. Okay. To be fair, I do actually have subscribers, not naming any names, that I see at college quite a few times, but they won't actually speak to me. They'll just smile, but they won't actually say anything. Don't know, maybe they're sad. I was gonna say scared. Don't know. Famous guy walking around college. They're like, oh no, what do we do? I'd be the same. Wouldn't consider you famous. Cheers. Cheers, Drive. Thanks, mate. I was joking in all fairness, but back in a minute. See you in a bit, James. Keep it safe. You never answered my question either, so sod through all that. Are we even gonna score a goal? I'd like to score a goal, please. Yeah, perfect. I'm on there now. Right. So with this, it does mean West Ham United must beat Leeds. Yeah. So for Tottenham to get relegated, West Ham United have to win against Leeds under all circumstances, and Tottenham have to lose against Everton. If Tottenham draw or win against Everton, it doesn't matter what West Ham do. So West Ham need to win, and Tottenham lose to go up or stay up, and Tottenham only need a draw even if West Ham win. James is back. Welcome back. Opinion on 36984. I believe it is one of, if not the worst bus at Stroud Depot, excluding any of, obviously, the 1918 series, which, to be fair, aren't that bad anymore, but they're still bad enough. Yeah, I think it's quite a bad E200, to be fair. It's not bad when Mark drives it, to be fair, but apart from that, yeah, it's not. Richarlison! Come on! Back in it, just like that. Just like that. And I told you it'd be him. You always, without fail, Richarlison, the man, the number 9. And we're back in the game, just like that. Yes, it's 2-1, yes. But remember, all we need is a point. That's all we need. All we need is a point. And I knew you'd agree with me about 36984. Tottenham Hotspur, come on, mate. See, we always liven up in the second half after 70 minutes in. Our goals always come a bit too late, I've noticed. It's just what you love to see. Tottenham Hotspur. They wouldn't. Fundamentally, they wouldn't be able to cope. It'd be too much of a deadhead. No can do. And also, they don't have enough buses as is. So, yeah. Can we get a leveller for Premier League safety? That's all we need. A goal, a point. A draw in this game means anything can happen on the final game, and it doesn't even matter. West Ham could beat Leeds 27-0. It don't matter. Actually, no, it does matter. It would matter at that point. West Ham United would need to beat Leeds by... Yeah. If West Ham win 11-0, it don't even matter if we lose against Everton, which I think it's a salvageable game for a draw. I don't think we'll win against Everton because, of course, Everton are 12th. I mean, they're one of the 4 teams that haven't had a win in their last 5 games. Of course, being Wolves. I mentioned this earlier. Wolves, Burnley, Palace, Everton, Chelsea, who, if they win today, will get a win, but that don't count. So, yeah. Come on, you Spurs! What if Stroud takes over the 51? What an abysmal comment, mate. It'd be single deckers. It'd always be single deckers. I will be back in a minute. See you, mate. Keep it safe. Keep it in, family. Yellow card for Hatto. Trust me, if it ain't a minute, you'll be done for, mate. You will be done for. Why am I still frozen? He's back. It was a minute. All right, I let him off. On this occasion, won't be so nice next time. Yeah, I'm back, right. I'm back as well. Honestly, this game, mate. This game. We need something now. We need it now. Come on. I've told you need to score again, so you're going to have to do it, unfortunately. They are the rules. You have to follow my rules, which is score. Yeah, I only have one rule. No, I have two rules, actually. My first rule is score. My second rule is if you don't follow rule one, there'll be issues. My phone's on 30%. So better get a charger, mate. Charge it up. That's what I would say. Don't you know? Charge it up. You've got to charge it up. So buy, I think. Wow. I probably don't own a charger. No worries. So you got to buy a new phone if it dies. Is that how it goes? So, talking of substitutes, by the way, it was after the second goal, we brought in Jed Spence for Udogi, Madison for Colin Mawani, and Pat Matassar for João Paulinho. And they brought on, after our goal, Trevor Chalobah for Achampong as their first substitution. 80 minutes in, one goal, 1 point for safety is all we need. Another substitution, Mamadou Sarr comes on for Wesley Fofana. Some match statistics for you. Chelsea have had 8 shots, 4 on target. Tottenham have had 5 shots, 4 on target. Possession, it is still Tottenham's favour, 55-45. Tottenham have had 3 yellow cards to Chelsea's 1. Offsides, Tottenham have been caught offside twice to Chelsea's once. Corner kicks, it's 3 each, and no saves and no red cards either. Either side. Found a charger. Good stuff. Sounds like a plan, mate. Do. Right, I'm feeling confident. that my head's going to continue banging for the next 45 hours. Skip for now. Okay. Tense. Really tense. "87 minutes in. Again, a foul not going our way. Penalty, apparently. Should have been. It's just, yeah, I think that is it. Fundamentally, I think that is it. Sadly, I think that's it. It's a shame, really. We had a good shot after that Richarlison goal to get the point today. Don't think we are. Couple more substitutions. It's 3 in the way of Chelsea. It's Essogo coming on for Cole Palmer, Mueka coming on for Liam Delap, and Garnacho coming on for Pedro Neto. Fundamentally. We shall bloody see, shall we? Don't know. I really don't know. I wanted Tottenham to get the point today, because then we could literally lose. It didn't. Match day 38 wouldn't have mattered in the slightest, but unfortunately, it now does matter, because obviously we are only 2 points above, and a full loss on against Everton would be it for us. We would go down if West Ham win. So it's going to go down to the wire, which is not what any Tottenham fan would want, or do want, because I don't want it. Of course I don't want it. But never mind, we tried, didn't we? We had a go, we tried our best. Seven minutes got added on. 7 of them. So that'll be it for us at Stamford Bridge. Unfortunate, really. We're going to have to now actually play against Everton. annoyingly. But what can you do? Never mind. Damn, that's what I said as well. 94 minutes in. Is there any way we could do it? I don't know. I feel like there is. I feel like there's still fighting Tottenham. There always is. Just got to keep believing. But yeah, of course, if not, it's going to go all the way to the wire. Never say never. There will be. There's definitely a way. Entering the 95th minute now. Final minute. That's it. That is it, fundamentally. It ends here at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. The 73rd minute goal from Richarlison just was not enough to gain the point needed to stay up in the Premier League. Today, it does mean it is going to go down to match day 38, where West Ham United host Leeds United at the London Stadium from 4 p.m. on Sunday. And from the same time on Sunday, Tottenham Hotspur host Everton at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. With all Tottenham need is 1 point against Everton. But if West Ham defeat Leeds United, they'll get 3 points to go up to 39, meaning if Tottenham Hotspur do not get at least a draw, West Ham United will stay up and Tottenham Hotspur will still go down. So, yeah, Tottenham Hotspur need a point. That's all we need against Everton. It could end 0-0 for all I care. All we need is a draw, whereas West Ham United need a win and for Tottenham to lose, because they aren't going to beat Leeds United 12-0. Let's be realistic. It does end there. Full-time, Chelsea 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Goals from Fernandes and Santos put Chelsea 2 up, but a 73rd minute goal from Richarlison gave Tottenham Hotspur hope that they were going to stay up after this game. They don't. It ends here at Stamford Bridge, 2-1 Chelsea. Meaning Chelsea stay in 17th position with 38 points, 2 points clear with a trip, well, at home against Everton on Sunday at 4 p.m, whereas West Ham play Leeds. As for Chelsea on their last game of the season, they'll be travelling to Sunderland at 4 p.m. on Sunday to see if they can secure an 8th place finish. Currently level on points with 9th place Brighton on 52. What do we make of that? All Tottenham needed was a point, and unfortunately, they couldn't get that point. They've still got a 12-goal advantage on the goal difference between Tottenham and West Ham United, which does mean it is just a draw that Tottenham needs. At least the goal difference. If the goal difference was identical, then it would be a little bit more of a fierce battle. Like if we both had negative 10 goal difference, that would be good. But sadly, we do not. It's been against us the entire season. This entire season has been against us. You know, stonewall penalties, not given given for us, fouls, you know, free kicks, all the rest of it. Really unfortunate. If you ask me, which yeah, really, really, really unfortunate. But what can you do? That's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, never mind. We'll get the point against Everton, hopefully on Sunday, and then that will be Tottenham Hotspur stay within the Premier League boundaries for the 26-27 season. But it's literally all going to come down to 4 o'clock on Sunday, May 24th. Thank you very much for watching this live stream. My name's been Josh. I hope you have enjoyed a little Tottenham Hotspur v Chelsea live watch on. Now, I'm not going to stream on Sunday, but there will definitely be me checking it on the FOTMob, hoping and praying to see not an Everton notification, but instead a Tottenham goal notification or a full-time notification. My prediction for Sunday is a 0-0 draw. I don't think Tottenham are going to go ambitious with it. I don't even think they're going to try and score because they know we don't need to. We can do a 0-0 draw and that'll do. That'll be enough. But it's a real shame it's come down to the wire like this. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next time in the next video, which will be a ride on board of whatever vehicle we've got tomorrow on the 58. See you then, guys. Have a safe one. Bye-bye.